Hi there, this is Dingo for Dingo Servo Mounts. Just wanted to show you a little trick that I've learned with crossing gates, which makes them a little bit easier to sort out than in the old days. So, just to start off, I have a little thing here with two mini crossing gate mounts underneath, and I have modified them slightly, and I'll show you how. This is a standard setup. If I turn the board around, you'll see that I have a twin breadboard over here and a crossing gate sequencer over there. Down here, 12-volt power supply going in there, and a switch which drives the sequencer. So let me just take the gates off here for a minute. So instead of, let me just move that down a bit. Right. Instead of having magnets in these little tubes here, I've decided to cut them off basically at ground level, just above ground level. And then when I have made my gates, which are 3D printed, I've put a 1.6mm hole in the bottom. The reason for that is that these plastic tubes have a 1/16 hole in the center, and so I thought if I used a bit of brass 1/16 inch rod, which is basically 1.6mm, that would be quite useful. So what I've done is, this is my little gates now. Put a couple of red dots on there. They're a bit oversized, but it's good enough for demonstration purposes. And then I have fitted a bit of 1/16 brass rod into the bottom of the mount, of the gate rather. And then if you look closely, you'll see that I have made a couple of very gentle indentations with a pair of side cutters in the bottom of that. And so when I then put that into there, it goes in, it holds it fairly tight, but there's still a little bit of clutch in there. And if I move that, it still moves it very nicely. Probably need to adjust this a little bit better. Right. So now this is exactly the same on this one, and I can then put this one in on that side. Again, I've got a bit of a clutch effect there, and hopefully with the sequencer which is driving the red board over there, the gate should work one after the other. I could probably shorten the delay there a bit if I wanted to, but essentially this is purely for a demonstration. And again, I can see that that gate is slightly out. Put that back again, and it all works exactly the way I want it to. The gates don't crash into each other. Now, if I turn that up a little bit, you can, I'm going to have to just back off the what's that? You can see that it doesn't look terribly bad from the ground level. I could probably have brought them just a little bit closer to the deck. But again, I'm not a great fine scale modeler, I just like to make things work. So there we have it, a new way of doing clutches on model gates, and I'm hoping that that would be something useful if you were planning to put crossing gates on your layout. This will work exactly the same way with the standard mount, because all the tubes are exactly the same in both mounts. Well, this is David Ingleby, and thank you for watching.